Hey everybody! To begin today's third grade worksheet, we're going to be starting off with some multiplication and division. So I'm going to put down the answers and you guys can correct it yourself. And maybe try to challenge yourself by timing yourself or whatnot. But yeah. So these are the answers and hopefully you get it all right. But moving on. So we're going to be adding and subtracting multiplication and division. So we're gonna go back to our acronym PEMDAS. And each one stands for a different mathematical thing. So parentheses, exponent, but it's not relative at the moment. Multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So remember, as always, parentheses is always going to be first, and we always go left to right. So let's try number one. So we have our parentheses, and we're just going to go from left to right. So our left is 3 times 4, which is 12, and then we're going to bring down what's left, which is this parentheses, and we're going to do our parentheses again. And so 2 times 2 is 4, so it becomes 12 minus 4, and your answer is 8. Let's try one more with both division and multiplication. So let's try this one. So once again, left to right, we're going to do our left parentheses first. 8 times 8, which is 64. We're going to bring down our second parentheses, and now we're going to solve it out again. 64 plus, and then 36 divided by 12 is 3. So you get an answer of 67. Moving on. We're going to be converting units, so we're only going to be focusing on pounds and ounces. But yeah, so let's try the first one. So always, so once again, a reminder. When you're going from small to big, you're going to be dividing because there's a lot more small ones than big ones, right? And so when you go big to small, you're multiplying because there is a lot more small pieces, right? So we're finding much more. But it'll make sense as I do some examples. So let's get this straight that 1 pound is 16 ounces, which means that in general, pound is heavier than ounces. So we've established that. So let's get on with it. So 2 pounds. Like I said, pounds is heavier, right? Which means it's bigger. And we're going to ounces, which is small. And remember, big to small is multiply. But what do we multiply by, right? Well, we're just gonna, so it's 2 pounds, so which means it's 1 pound and 1 pound. And how much is 1 pound? It's 16 ounces plus 16 ounces, which is basically 16 ounces times 2 pounds, which is that where the 2 comes from. And you get an answer of 32 ounces. Okay, and let's try one where we divide. So something like 48 ounces, so we're going small to big, which is dividing. And so we're trying to figure out how many 16 ounces goes into 40. So how many 16 ounces? OZ, by the way, means ounces, but short. So what do? We divide by 16. So 48 divided by 16. And obviously you don't know your 16 multiplications, but if you just kind of think about it, if you continuously add like 16 plus 16 plus 16, you actually get an answer of 3. So 14 ounces is 3. 48 pounds, 40 ounces is 3 pounds. We're going to be doing some more problems. So Jamal and his friends went to buy 6 dozen toys, and remember, dozen is 12. Oh, and like I said, so 1 dozen toys equals 12 toys. Kashwan bought 15 toys. Earl bought 17 toys. Bryson bought 13 toys. Patrick bought 5 toys. Jamal buys the rest of the toys. How many toys did Jamal buy? So let's first figure out how many toys the friends in total bought together. So we have 6 dozen toys, which means 6 is going to be added, or 12 is going to be added 6 times, right? But we can just easily do multiplication. So 12 times 6, which means it is 72 toys in total. Okay, so let's figure out how many toys except Jamal, his friends, bought. So we have 15 from Kishwan, we have 17 from Earl, 13 from Bryson, and 5 from Patrick. Okay, so let's add the two. So 15 plus 17 is 32. Down. 32 plus 13 is 45, plus 5 is 50. So 50 toys from his friends. Okay, so to figure out the rest, we just simply need to subtract, right? Because 50 is taken away from 72. Which means Jamal bought 22 toys. Let's try one more. Let's try number 3. Zoe painted pictures for her art project. She wanted to make 12 paintings featuring animals and 8 paintings featuring people. If she only has 13 canvases to paint on, how many more will she need? So let's figure out how many she wants to paint first. So 12 paintings and 8 with animals and 8 with people. Okay, so easily we get 20 paintings. Let's just put 20 paintings. And she only has 13. So we're going to figure out how many more she needs by subtracting again, right? Because 13 is already there. It's already there. Like, out of the 20, 13 is there. So we're trying to figure out the rest. So when you do some simple multiplication, you get, or the subtraction, you get 7 painting, or 7 canvases, but you get the point. So thank you for listening, and I hope this made sense.